Hey guys, Sean here, and you're about to watch a weekly Q&A call that I do in the free Facebook group. Before you do so, I just wanted to invite you real quick to join the Facebook group so that you can exchange ideas with other publishers, mastermind, connect with them. So far, we have over 4,000 members and it is growing quickly. You will also receive 2 bonuses by joining. The first one is how to generate lasting income on Amazon KDP case study. This is basically a case study to show you how I went from 0 to multiple 6 figures on Amazon KDP. And the second reason why you want to join is so that you can attend these weekly Q&A call live and ask me questions directly. So I hope to see you inside the group and enjoy the video. All right, good morning guys. How are you guys doing? This is a weekly Q&A that we're doing in the group. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes as per usual to see if more people will hop on. But while we're waiting, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm just checking Wi-Fi speed right now because sometimes it cuts off. Let's see. Looks pretty good on my side. Hopefully the audio is good, the video is good. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes and see if other people hop in. And I think today we're going to talk about email marketing. Obviously, the question can be about any topic, but if there's no question and if I start talking about something, I think I'm going to stick to email marketing because every week I try to talk about something, one topic, and the first one was keyword research, the second one was Amazon ads, and the third one this week, I think email marketing was the most suggested. So we'll see about that. The other topics that I'm thinking is like cover designs. Cover designs. What else? I guess formatting. Formatting is a little tough to talk about it, without any visuals. But maybe I can do like a low content versus high content. That might be an interesting one too. Anyways, we're just gonna wait a couple more minutes again. All right. Cool. So, I guess I can get started with just talking about email marketing. And if there's any questions, just let me know in the chat and I can get to it. But let's get started on the call. So, with email marketing, I feel like a lot of people aren't doing it just because it's complicated or they think it's complicated in their mind. So it's actually very, very simple. All you have to do is you need a autoresponder. So it's an email marketing software. The popular ones are Aweber, MailerLite, and some people use ConvertKit. There's a bunch basically, but I would recommend sticking to MailerLite or Aweber. I personally use Aweber. I'll leave a link here in the chat side here, but the reason why I use Aweber, it's not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive. It's on the cheaper side compared to all the other tools out there. MailerLite and MailChimp is the cheapest ones out there. The reason why I use Aweber though, because when it comes to autoresponders, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. The biggest thing is deliverability, which how many emails you send actually lands in the inbox of the customer. Because if it doesn't go to the inbox and if it goes to the spam folder or the promotion tab, then no one's gonna see it, right? So you might have 1,000 subscribers as an example, uh, and if 900 of those subscribers are getting your emails in the spam box, then there's really no point in sending emails. So nobody talks about this, right? Nobody will tell you that deliverability is what you have to look at when it comes to autoresponders, but it's one of the most important things. It's not just the price, right? That's why you don't want to just pick the cheapest one, because you pick the cheapest one, you send an email, and then nobody sees your email, which is going to be an issue. And so there are different websites that compares deliverability and other features of autoresponders, but basically Aweber is pretty up there in terms of deliverability. MailerLite is also pretty decent. So that is the two that I recommend. A lot of people in the publishing space like to recommend MailerLite. It is cheaper than Aweber. However, the reason why I use Aweber is one big thing. One of the big reasons is because it allows affiliate marketing in the backend. So basically, you can send emails and promote affiliate products in the backend. With other autoresponders, they usually will not let you do that, even the expensive ones. And oftentimes, when you send an email with affiliate links to it, they will shut down your account and you will lose all your progress, which would suck, right? Building it up, for months, and then you just lose your account. And the thing is, affiliate marketing goes really well with publishing. You can promote different products in the backend and make a lot of money from that. So you do want affiliate marketing, and that is why I use Aweber, because it's pretty good, pretty cheap. Also, good features as well as good deliverability, and also allows affiliate marketing. So I believe it is the best one. But some people do prefer MailerLite. MailerLite just doesn't really want you to do affiliate marketing. But if you're sticking to promoting your books, then that would work. Okay. So that's number one, is picking your autoresponder. Hopefully that kind of clarifies things. But the next thing when it comes to email marketing is that you need a domain, because when you choose these autoresponders, they will give you a custom domain. Like if I put Sean Dowett, it's like seandowett.aweber.com, which is cool, but you do want a custom domain like just seandowett.com, right, to make it clean. And also there's a lot of benefits to that, like creating a custom URL that's like way simpler and easy to manage. So what you want to do is you need to buy a domain. It's literally $12 a year, right? So $1 a month, and very, very cheap, very easy. It really doesn't matter what kind of domain you're buying, but it's as simple as your penname.com or something generic like amazingbooks.com, amazingbookpublishing.com, those kind of things, right? With a umbrella domain like that, what you can do is you can use that domain for multiple pen names, compared to if you do penname.com. Obviously, if you start a new pen name, you will have to start, or you have to buy a new domain. So I usually go for the umbrella domain and just use that for all my pen names. But that's step number two. You can buy that in Namecheap. I'll leave a link to that too, just in case. But Namecheap is the best place to buy domains. Namecheap. Okay, let's see. All right, so that's Namecheap. Okay, so that's the two-step: get the autoresponder, get the domain, and you're pretty much set for email marketing to get started, right? You just gotta set it up now. So, by the way, MailerLite and Aweber, I believe they both. Well, I know that Aweber has a free plan, so you don't even have to pay in the beginning. So it's literally just 500 subscribers, it's free to set it up. So with the link below or in the chat, you can sign up for Aweber, and again, the first 500 subscribers is free. So it's essentially free plus the domain you just buy for $12 a year. So super cheap to get started. The reason why people don't start is they don't know what to do, right? There's not a lot of tutorials on email marketing on YouTube, and so people just don't know how to start. So it's as simple as creating an account on Aweber, right? Getting a domain, and you're going to connect that. And that's a little technical, but it's like you do it once and you don't have to do it again. Aweber has a 24/7 live chat support, so you can literally just talk to them and they'll walk you through the steps. So you set it up basically. So now all you have to do is set up the strategical side, right? So just what kind of emails to send, how to collect emails, right? How to get people to sign up to your email list. So here are the basics, okay? If you want people to sign up to your email list, that means they will have to provide their name and email to subscribe to your list. No one's gonna subscribe to your list without an incentive, right? You have to give them something to entice them to want to subscribe. You have to give them something to entice them to give you their name and email, because they know that the moment they give you the email, they know that they're gonna get emails from you, right? They're gonna get email marketing, and people know that nobody wants emails, nobody wants marketing emails, so no one's gonna give out email addresses, left and right for no reason. We need to entice them, right? We need to be like, or they need to be like, okay, I know that I'm gonna get email marketed, but I really want this free gift that the guy is offering, so I'm gonna give it to them, even though we know that I'm gonna get some emails. So you need to create what's called a lead magnet, okay? That's what it is. A lead magnet, some people call it a ethical bribe. So it's, again, bribing them to give you the name and email. Okay? So a lead magnet. What is a good lead magnet? It really depends. This depends on your niche. So that's why you need to understand your audience, because if you don't know who your audience is, you're literally just like, you don't know what kind of book topic to come up. You don't really know what kind of lead magnet to create. So it's very, very important, right? So let's say you're in a, decluttering niche, right? So in a decluttering niche, you have to ask yourself, like, what kind of small gift that I can give, what kind of lead magnet, right, can I give to my audience, that they will be interested in. So you have to understand the pain point of the audience, and you have to create a lead magnet that will solve that accordingly, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, but that's kind of like the fundamental when it comes to marketing, is you got to understand the pain point of your audience, and then you have to offer solutions to it. So if you can't do that, then publishing is going to be very, very hard for you, because that's like, that's basic marketing, I would say, I guess. So what you got to do is ask yourself, why are people buying books on this topic? So in my case, decluttering. Why are people buying decluttering books? Like, what is the pain? What is their pain, right? So, because, people buy nonfiction books to learn something. They're not just buying books for the sake of buying books. They literally have a problem in their life that they're trying to solve by buying books on this topic, right? So if they buy a decluttering book, what kind of problems can you assume that they have? Well, they probably have, a lot of clutter in their life. Like they don't know how to organize. They have terrible time management skills, right? They just don't know where to start, what kind of items to throw out, those kind of things. So that's the pain, right? So the solution is what you offer in your book, but also in your lead magnet. So you got to ask yourself, well, if that's the case, then what kind of gift can I make, to solve the problem for them? Because that's going to be enticing for them, right? So example lead magnet that I'm just like thinking, off the cuff, but you can do like a quick checklist of, what, like decluttering checklist, right? Where to start, a step-by-step list on, exactly where to start, what to do, those kind of things. Or you can do like, You can do like what items to throw out first, kind of thing. But that's what you want to do, and that'll be enticing to people who read decluttering books because that's directly solving their problems. Okay, so let me give you another example here. Um, so if you're in a ketogenic diet niche, right? Why would people buy keto books? Most likely because they want to lose weight, they want to optimize their health, they want to get the typical keto benefits of, say, remove brain fog, boost immune function, fat loss, those kind of thing. Okay, so that's the pain that they have. So your book should be the solution, same as your lead magnet. So if your lead magnet, if you literally make a lead magnet on, like, say, vegan diet, like a completely different diet, then that's not, no, your audience is not going to be interested because they want a keto topic, right? So you have to be relevant there too. But let's say it's a keto topic, but you make a lead magnet saying, like, the history of keto. No one's going to care for that because who cares about the history? That knowing the history of keto is not going to help them lose weight. It's not going to help them boost mental function, whatever the pain that they have, right? So everything you do has to go back to helping them solve the core problem. Okay. So say if you're in low content. Okay, low content is a little different because people aren't buying low content books to really learn something. For the most part, it's more so for entertainment. It's kind of closer to fiction, right? People are bored, they want to be entertained, and they chose the source of entertainment by doing low content books and like puzzles. So it's like when people buy video games, in this case, people are buying activity books and do that. But if you have an educational low content, then the same principle applies to nonfiction. So let's say you're doing like puzzle books, for example, and you want to build an email list. Well, it's as simple as giving them more puzzles, because why would people buy puzzle books? They're bored. They just want to keep clearing puzzles. Like once they clear one, they want to do the next one, right? Once they clear that one, they want to do the next one. So what is a perfect lead magnet for them? With just more puzzles, So you can just give them a unique set of puzzles that they haven't tried yet from your paid book, right? And then people will be interested enough to opt in. So I think the biggest reason why people why people fail in publishing is they have no idea who their audience is. They're just making books for the sake of making books because they see that those books are profitable, but they don't know what kind of books to make. They're just copying what's on the market because they have no idea who the audience is. They have no idea what, why they're buying the book, right? And it goes back to that. So if you can understand that, there's only a few people watching this live right now, whether you're watching this live or whether you're going to watch the recording. If you can understand that, you're going to be very successful because all you got to do is, find out the pain point, which is just really just asking yourself why people are buying these books. And then you offer your book as a solution, right? Which is pretty simple when you're doing outline research. But nobody does this because they don't, first of all, understand that this is the step. Second of all, I guess they don't know how to do it. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just overcomplicating it in their head. But if you can do this, you're going to be very, very successful. And if you're failing right now, this most likely is why, okay? Because you don't understand this. So that is how to create a lead magnet. So let's say you start offering the lead magnet, you put it in your book. So every time somebody buys your paid book on Amazon, they're going to see your offer to subscribe to get the lead magnet, right? So once you start getting subscribers, the next question people have is, what kind of emails do I send? How often do I send it? And I feel like email marketing, to be honest, is similar to Amazon ads in a sense where people try to find the formula, the secret magic formula that will apply to every single niche and every single book out there. And I don't know if I should be saying this because, I mean, as a guru, I guess, in the publishing space, right? Everybody sells this secret formula, and maybe that's good because it sells. People want to hear that, and they're like, oh my god, this is the formula, I knew it. And then they would do that. And what I'm about to say here is, it's kind of like a reality check. It's basically saying that it's not as easy as just following this one formula, because it depends every single time, and people don't want to hear this for the most part. So I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm just going to be honest and tell you that there is no magic formula in Amazon ads. There is no magic formula in email marketing too, right? It really depends every single time. So when it comes to what kind of emails to send, what kind of, how often to send, let me explain why it depends, okay? And why it's niche dependent. So it makes sense, because everybody just says, oh, it depends, because they cannot answer the question, right? But I'll tell you why. So it makes sense. If you're in the stock market investing niche, right, and you have an email list, those people can receive emails every single day from you, and they'll be cool with it. They're going to be cool. Because with stock market investing, the market changes every single time. So every single email that you send, you can literally update them on what's happening today in the stock market, what is happening today in the stock market every single day. And they will be happy to receive that, because there's literally services that does this already, right? And there's YouTube videos and YouTube channels that makes videos every single day on the updates of stock market. We know that these audiences are used to daily updates, so it's completely normal to send them daily emails, right? So that's why for this audience, you can send emails daily and they're not going to get burnt out. But for other audience, let's just say like, I don't know, like, decluttering again. You send them an email every day, and very, very quickly, they're going to be like, this is way too much. This guy is sending me emails every single day on tips on decluttering or whatever. But it's like, it's too much. We're going to unsubscribe, right? So you're going to get burnout from the customer. Same as low content. I mean, what are you going to send? There's no tips you can really send, because it's more so entertainment, right, for them. So you can send them, different offers. You can pitch them your books. You can, give them free pages, right? But you do that every single day, and they're gonna be like, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna unsubscribe. So it depends very heavily on your niche, and this is what I mean, right? So that is why I cannot just tell you, send an email every single day or send an email every few days. I will give you a general guideline though, which makes it a little easier for people. So a general guideline is, when people sign up, you have to send them, you don't have to, but it's very, very good to send them a initial warm-up sequence. So basically, the first email should be always the welcome email. So welcome to the email list. Let me give you the free gift that you asked for, right? So you send in the free gift. And also you set expectations on, like, what people will get in this email list. Like, hey, this is a community where you're going to get tips and tricks on decluttering. And sometimes I'll, tell you about my new book. Sometimes I'll give you a free gift. So keep an eye out on my email. And also, whitelist this email address so it goes to the inbox. That's typically what happens on email number 1. Email number 2 could be the next day or 2 days later. So basically, in terms of frequency, you want the emails to be sent out fairly frequent in the beginning, because you're warming people up. But then after they get to know you, you want to slow down to, typically I slow down to once a week, but I don't slow down any less than that. So once a week is what you want to do. So yeah, so email number 2 is really, just again, warm up sequence, like who am I kind of thing, like get to know me a little bit. You can explain about, what kind of books you publish, why you started publishing it, those kind of things. Email number 3, you start getting into more so, and this is where it starts changing depending on the niche and stuff. So email number 3 kind of, just shifts into normal value email. So just giving them a tip, and then, a good example of a value email, which is like 90% of the email that you'll be writing, is just a quick tip and then a pitch. Okay, so an example is this. You just say 1 tip to accelerate your decluttering journey, and then you offer them a tip. in the email, like a quick one, because nobody wants a long email, right? Everybody just want a short and sweet to the point email. So just keep it at that. So that is why writing this is very easy, because you just say, hey, so a lot of people struggle with decluttering, or a lot of people ask me these questions. I wanted to answer it for you. In terms of the one biggest thing that you can do to accelerate your decluttering journey is this, and then you just talk about it in a couple sentences, and then you're like, you end it with, hope this helps. If you want to learn more about this topic, check out my book on Amazon. Here's the link. Best sign off, right? So that is like a typical structure of a value email, is you offer a quick tip and then a pitch in the end. So yeah, that is what you do pretty much. And then you can start off saying, every 2 days to every 3 days, every 4 days, every 5 days, eventually to every week is typically how I segment my emails and how often I send. Okay. And in terms of what I write, that's what I write. A lot of people hype up copywriting. If you guys are wondering, so a lot of people hype up copywriting. So basically, the way you use the words and stuff like that in the emails. But from my experience, I've been doing this for 5 years, right? I'll tell you that copywriting is less effective than just writing emails like you're a person, okay? So people are so used to being marketed, people are so used to being sold to, whether that's in the email or somewhere else, that I feel like copywriting is very impersonal. Is that how you say impersonal? Or it's not personal at all. But when you just write to them like a person, like it's just like when you're writing an email, you're just writing a text to your friend, but with good grammar though, of course. You're not going to break your grammar or anything like that. But just like, it's literally like the way I'm talking right now. Just say, hey, I wanted to tell you about this one tip because I think it'll help you, and that is this, and this is how you use it, and I hope this gave you any benefit. And if you do want to learn more about it, I go more in depth in this book on Amazon. You can check it out here. Thank you so much. Sign off. Like, it's as simple as that. Obviously you can do more, but the majority of people who will do email marketing and publishing will have good success with that. Seriously. So I used to overcomplicate this process so much on my own email marketing journey, right? Like the first couple years, I was like rewriting the emails so many damn times, thinking that the way I slightly change how I say this sentence is gonna make a difference. Like, that's not how it is. It makes literally no difference on the way you say it, as long as the core message is there, as long as the tip is good, people will trust you, those kind of things. So yeah, that is how email marketing works. So a lot of people, again, going back to it, people don't do email marketing because they don't know how to set it up, and they don't know what to do after you set it up. So what kind of emails to send, how to write, those kind of things. But in this call, I kind of covered all of that. So now you can kind of get started. Obviously, if you need more visual help, my course does go in, deeper in this. But in terms of like, if you know how to, again, you can just sign up to Aweber, get on the live chat. They'll walk you through everything in terms of setting it up, right? And you can start writing emails, or make your lead magnet and start writing emails. So you don't really need my course if you really want to like just set it up on your own. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. But let me think if there's anything else. Oh, and eventually you will want to just, pitch your paid books, right? Or not eventually, but like every email. So a quick tip is every single email you send, you want to be having some kind of call to action. So every email, it's either a respond back to me kind of email, or you can, say, hey, check out this book, or check out this affiliate product, join my Facebook group, something. But you always want to make them do something. You don't want to just give them a tip and then not ask for anything. That's just a waste of email. Okay. So the good thing about email marketing, by the way, compared to compared to like Facebook groups. So a big difference between email marketing and Facebook group, because a lot of people like to build their audience on Facebook, right? The difference is that the people's expectations, on email list, right? When people sign up to an email list, they don't have the expectation to be able to communicate with you, right? They don't know that they can just respond back to the email and you're gonna see it. They think it's just like a automatic email, so no one's gonna respond back. People are just used to just getting marketed and not doing anything back. So for you as a person who's doing email marketing, it's very hands off, right? Because you just send them an email, and then you don't really have to do any customer service because nobody responds back. So that's great, But with a Facebook group, what happens is people's expectations with a Facebook group is they constantly want you to post and engage and comment, and they will ask questions and you have to answer it, and there's so much work involved. And in the beginning, it's like so slow too. Like the only benefit to a Facebook group is once it picks up and once it ranks in the Facebook algorithm, sometimes people will start finding your Facebook group without you doing anything automatically. Like this Facebook group right now, right? This free publishing Facebook group, I get about 10 people joining every single day doing nothing, because a lot of people will find this on the algorithm for publishing, because I have the keywords like KDP, ACX, low content, right? So people join. But most of the time, it's a lot of work, just answering questions and stuff. So to summarize everything, if you really want a Facebook group, you can, but you should start with an email list. And if you want passive income, you should probably build your email list rather than Facebook group, because Facebook group can be a job if you don't do it properly. Anyways, that is my lesson on email marketing. I see there are some questions in the chat now, so I would like to answer that. But yeah, I see Paul and Janine. Hey guys, good to see you here. Yeah, so you guys are both in the course, so it's good to see you in the free group too. So Paul, you're asking, thanks for talking about email marketing. I just now set up my landing page. It's a semi-scary process. Yeah, I understand. The great thing about it is you can always edit, the landing page anytime. You can always improve it. And it's yeah, it's not like you have to make it perfect from the get-go. So that's the great thing about it. But your course did a great job. Now just need to promote the landing page. Absolutely. So obviously you're in the course, so many ways to promote the landing page, both actively and automatically. So definitely give that a try. Let me know how it works for you. Have you used Facebook ads to promote the freebie and build the list? I have not. It's a way, like it's a popular way in fiction. I think they either run Facebook ads to a lead magnet, or they run ads to their book, right? And then the lead magnet is inside the book, so they build their list from there. The issue with that is it can get pretty expensive, and from my understanding with Facebook ads, the cost per lead is literally like $1 per lead or something like that. So just for one subscriber, you're paying $1, so with 100 subscribers, you're paying $100. I'm not sure, I might be wrong with I might be wrong with this in terms of how much it'll cost, but I think dollar per lead is like where it's at with Facebook ads. So the issue is you're paying $100 for 100 subscribers, and 100 subscribers on an email list doesn't really do much. You need to get like 1,000 at least, 1,000 email subscribers that are engaged and into your work to really start seeing any results. So is that gonna be $1,000 on Facebook ads? I don't know if it's worth it. But if you know Facebook ads, obviously I've never tried it myself. I've ran Facebook ads for a different business in the past, but you might know about Facebook ads more than me, and if that's the case, yeah, definitely, can test it out with fiction. People do it, right? So yeah, if you do, let me know. Janine is asking, I have a question about Ingram Spark. What should I do to make sure that Ingram Spark listing and Amazon listing don't merge? Also, will buying a different ISBN for Ingram Spark help? Yeah, so from my understanding, the reason why it merges is because the metadata and everything is the same. So there are a couple tips that I've heard from people where you can slightly change the book description, right, on Ingram Spark, so it's not the exact same word for word with Amazon, so that it doesn't merge. So that's what I heard, and I've actually done it a couple times, and I think it works. But another big thing is for Ingram Spark version to not take over the buy box of your Amazon listing. The main thing is to increase the price of your Ingram Spark listing, right? So because Amazon is always offering the cheapest option for the customer. That's why Amazon has to be like the cheapest. So if you upload your book and it's higher price on Ingram Spark than on Amazon, a lot of times it's not going to take over the buy box because of that. In terms of buying a different ISBN, yes, so what's going to happen is you're going to have a duplicate listing, but I've always done that and never had any issues. So I've always done the free KDP ISBN, and then I had another ISBN for my Ingram Spark version. So I would have two of the same books on Amazon, but nothing really happens because one of the book, which I uploaded from Amazon, will have a ton of reviews, ton of sales, and it's going to be on page 1 because it's ranked, right? But the other one, I upload through Ingram Spark, will not have an ebook version, will not have any reviews, nothing. So you might get some sales, but most likely it's going to just drop to page 10, 20. No one's going to see it. So you might have two listings, but it's not going to compete against each other. Like some people say, oh, your listing's going to compete against each other. No, because one has 0 reviews and the other has like 50, right? So never had any issues there. Paul is saying, hell, Amazon ads is more expensive and less targeted. Yeah, if you think so, and if you are, good with Facebook ads, I would say give it a try. Some people have success with it. I just never personally used it because of the strategies I teach in my course is like good enough, Because right now with my new list, from my new account, I think I'm at like 1,500 right now already, and getting reviews, getting sales. So I was able to build it up fairly quickly and automatic too, right? So you do the work once, you get that subscribers automatically and pretty much for free. So that's what I've been doing. I do like that. I do like the strategies that requires one-time work and it just keeps paying you for life for doing that work. Those are the strategies that I usually stick to because it's more so, just more focused on passive income, I guess. But definitely, I mean, it's, depends on the people, right? Janine, by the way, I hope you're okay. You look like you have a cold, really. I just woke up. And I didn't really sleep much. So maybe that's why. But it's amazing though. My mind is functioning pretty well. I think that whole explanation of email marketing, like I'm just teaching it off the cuff, right? Off the top of my head, and it comes out pretty smooth. So I think that's not too bad. My face, I don't know. Maybe I just look tired. Or maybe it's the lighting, because it is pretty dark in this room. That's the only thing. But yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'll be here for maybe a couple more minutes. And as always, right? As always, if you feel like, your friends who's also in publishing can benefit from this, share the Facebook group. I would really appreciate it. And if anybody watching want to check out the course, I'll leave a link here where you can book a free strategy call, see if it's a fit for you. We're doing a free strategy session now, so you have to basically book a call with someone before you buy the course, because I want to make sure that, you know, whoever buys the course it's a fit for them, you know. A lot of people have questions before buying too, so this would really help with that. So Paul, you're asking, can you provide a written list of nonfiction book ideas? I've been making puzzle books, but I want more DIY ideas. Yeah, so in the course I do have a bonus though, 150 niche ideas, 150 profitable niche ideas. So you have like a huge list, over 150, of all the niches with like multiple examples within each niche that you can, you know, get ideas from. And obviously you still want to check profitability for each one, but that's kind of where you can start in terms of book ideas, right? For nonfiction, there are some DIY book ideas there too. But yeah, I mean, it's in the bonus section, so go check it out and let me know. So DIY books, you know, I did redo the lesson for 2.0 version. It's gonna be up, but I don't know. I feel like I don't want to give out too many examples because those books are like really, really good. Same as nonfiction too, right? And I kind of want people to just find those niches on their own, because the more I share it or the more I give it out for free, obviously what's going to happen is people will publish it and it gets saturated. So I want to reserve like the good ones for those who learns keyword research and can find it on their own. I think it's better that way too. I'm sure you know how to do keyword research, Paul, and you know you're good at it. So yeah, and that's why I didn't really share too much more in the 2.0 version too. But I gave more examples for sure. And yeah, definitely check out that the bonus. So Igor is asking, you make great answer question videos. Is it possible to organize them? I mean, what question in what video is related? Now is a lot of videos, and sometimes you have to go through a lot of them. Yeah, that's the thing with the YouTube, right? So a lot of times people buy courses, and I'm not selling my course. You know, you don't have to get my course or anything, but the benefit of it is that the videos and everything is organized. You know, so it's like step by step. With YouTube, I have a playlist. So if you check out my playlist, I do have like a step-by-step publishing process kind of playlist, so you can go one by one. And you know, maybe some people will have a whole playlist on it too, but that's like the biggest thing with YouTube and free information is you have to piece all the information together, and you don't even know if it's accurate, or you don't even know if it's up to date, you know, because it's old videos and this and that. So that's why people buy courses. But in terms of what I can do in my YouTube channel, I guess so. I mean, I do think it's organized though, because I have a playlist for KDP tips. So all the tips type of videos is in that playlist. Income reports is in another playlist, and step-by-step process is in another playlist. All the mindset stuff that nobody watches is in another playlist. Nobody watches the mindset stuff. It's crazy. I'm just gonna rant real quick on a side note, but when I make mindset videos that is not related to KDP, it's literally like way better information than just like generic, you know, tips on KDP, right? But nobody watches it because it's not hyped up as much. Like, you know, because it's not the next best niche to make 10K kind of thing. So I'll make more of those too, because that's what people want to watch, unfortunately. But the mindset and more so like philosophical stuff, like, you know, earlier in this call, right, I kind of touched about why people buy books, understanding their pain points, and offering your book as a solution. Those are the things that I talk about in the mindset lessons, and those are the things that will literally transform your business. Um, Not just like the surface level tips, you know? So that is something that if you haven't been here on the call, uh, if you're not in the call when I first started, like the replay is gonna be up in the Facebook group, so you can go and watch that. But yeah, it's key. It's key. And yeah, Janine, I'm glad you like the mindset lessons. Um, it really is key, you know. But the thing with mindset lessons is everybody thinks they don't need mindset lessons because everybody thinks that they got a good enough mindset already. I used to be the same too. When I was 18, 19, I thought my mindset was good. So I'm like, I can skip this. And until somebody that I used to follow said that if you think you need to skip mindset lessons, you need mindset lessons, you know? So if you think you don't need mindset lessons, then you need mindset lessons. And it's funny because the more successful I become, or not just me, a lot of people, right? Pretty much everybody agrees with this. The more successful you become and the more you know, the more you understand that you need more mindset lessons, if that makes sense. So the more wiser you become, the more you go back to watching more mindset stuff because you start understanding that that's really the key to everything, not just the surface level tips. So it is something that I want to talk about more. It's just that, you know, on YouTube, like in the course side, I can make anything I want, right? With the course, I can just give you the best of the best videos that I know will help you. You know, that's the great thing about the course. With YouTube, I cannot keep making videos and no one's going to watch because then the YouTube algorithm is going to be like, okay, no one's watching this guy's videos. We're going to stop promoting him. That's kind of what's been happening lately on my channel. So with YouTube, I just got to make videos that people watch. So, you know, that's why it's tricky because sometimes, you know, what I want to make and what people watch on YouTube is not the same. Igor, I have your course. It's awesome stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're in the course. That's great then. There are many questions per video, and when I listen and want to refresh, have to listen again a few times. It's very helpful, but takes a lot of time. Okay. Yeah, what I can do is add like a text or a transcript or something for the Royalty Hero 2.0 version. Maybe that'll work too. And sorry guys, there's construction happening right next door and they're doing some banging noises right now. Can you let me know in the chat if you can hear the banging? I'm curious actually how much my mic cancels the background noise. Janine, I think in YouTube mindset videos aren't watched more because of the algorithm. They show more of your videos. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, you know. So maybe I'll stop with the mindset stuff on YouTube. Yeah, I gotta do more hypey videos. Jeffrey, how about a tour of your place in Bali? I think you ask me that every time. Every time. I think Jeffrey, you're the one that's been asking like every weekly call or every YouTube comment. I can give you a tour. It's actually, it has a nice YouTube background. Let me see if I can show you here. It's not as big as it looks. So this is where I record, right? That's the kitchen. The cool thing about it is like the house is filled with mirrors, right? So there's all mirrors there. But anyways, the camera's pointing this way. So it kind of looks like this as the YouTube background. Okay. So that looks nice, but there's not much to it because it's pretty much just kitchen. That's the bathroom. The bathroom's pretty big, I would say, and it's all like filled with mirrors, so it's nice. But that's the bed and mosquito net because there's a lot of mosquitoes because I'm in the jungle. But that's pretty much it for the tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Um, but the outside space is nice. And Janine, not really. I can't hear any banging. That is good to know. That is really good to know because as I'm talking here, I can hear it like pretty loudly. So I was always worried about, you know, worried about the noise. So yeah, Igor, let me talk to the team about that because I have a editor team. So let's see if I can do a transcript. And good to know about the noise too. Thank you. And Paul, yeah, I'm living there permanently, I guess, but I mean not permanently. Like, I can move anytime if I want to. Right now, I'm just I don't want to move around too much because every time you move, you're essentially losing about a month, right? Because it's 2 weeks to research the next place, research the visa, get, the room, figure out everything. And then once you move to the new place, whether that's a new country or back to the US or whatever, it's another 2 weeks for you to settle down, figure out where everything is, get the Wi-Fi, get the work set up. For me, it's like the YouTube setup. It's a lot of work. So you're losing, essentially 2 weeks minimum, max like 3 weeks or a month. And that's way too much for me to travel so often. So I'm doing a slow travel. So I'm in here in Bali. Right now, I'm making 2.0 lessons for the course. So I can't really move around so often. I'm just here working. But eventually, once that's done, I would love to travel to different places. So I'm looking at Thailand, Mexico. Tbilisi, Georgia looks pretty nice too. But yeah, you're in the Navy. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So you get it then. Um, Thanks for your service, by the way. But yeah, it's not pleasant. I mean, I was looking into Japan too, like Okinawa, because I'm from Japan. Uh, the crazy story is I was going to join the Air Force actually, right after high school. And before I joined the Air Force, I used to have a dual citizenship, so I was Japanese and also American too, right? But the military told me that I need to renounce my Japanese side to join the military. So I did. I went to like a Japanese consul or something, and I renounced my Japanese citizenship. And then right before I swore in, I broke my hand. And then once my hand healed, and I had another date to swear in, I had another injury. And so everybody started saying like, this is a sign, this is a sign. And I don't really believe in those kind of things. But at the same time, I was starting my entrepreneurship journey, right? So that's how I pivoted from my plan of joining the military to entrepreneurship. And now I'm here, but I was pretty close to joining the Air Force. I wanted to be a SEER specialist. I don't know if I would have made it, but at least I was gonna try. Jeffrey, you like it better than Oahu? That's a tough one. The good thing about Bali is it's cheap, it's convenient, it's close, like close to everything compared to Bali. I'm sorry, compared to Hawaii. But with Hawaii, it's very beautiful. I would say it's even more beautiful than Bali, nature-wise. Cleaner. It's U.S. amenities and everything. But the cons is like it's way more expensive. Way, way more expensive. There's less things happening, surprisingly, in Hawaii compared to Bali. With Bali, it's crazy. There's like everything you need, especially where I live, is like, in Canggu, right? Everything is 10 minutes away. My gym is like 5 minutes, grocery store is 5 minutes, all the restaurants, all the, if you party and all the bars and stuff like the beach is 10 minutes away. I don't party, but everything is so close. If you go eat out at a restaurant, $10, $20 if you're paying for a date or somebody else. It's nuts. It's nuts. Um, so it's great in that sense, I would say. Janina, yeah, I'll definitely visit the Philippines soon. I've gone once, it was really nice, and it's time to check out other places. And yeah, Paul, maybe I gotta join the Space Force. True. Yeah, we'll see. if the entrepreneurship world doesn't work out, then I'm gonna go back to joining the space force. All right, cool. Well, I think I'll end the call here, and we will do it again next week. So I guess I'll ask the group what kind of topic you guys want me to cover for next week's call. But yeah, for this call, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys being on here, and yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.